So we've got a Bosch Serie 2 Silence Plus, and it definitely is quiet. It said, I can't remember the maximum decibel rating, but it was really, really quiet. You barely even notice it. So I think that's a big thing for many people. If I come across over here, you got the dial. Now, first of all, if I just push the on button, you'll see it starts flashing here. Now, you've got obviously your intensive 70 degrees, obviously the hottest, eco 50 degrees, which is it set to now, which is 3 hours 30. Glass, let's have a look at the times exactly. So 2 hours 15 for intensive, 3:30 for eco, 1 hour 30 for glass, 29 for quick. That's pretty short. I only did that once actually. Pre-rinse is 15. And then, for example, if I turn it to the longest one and I put extra dry on, because you've got the buttons over here, and that adds 5 minutes. However, if I Vario Speed Plus, you can see that comes right down to 1 hour and 5 minutes. And if I did the extra dry on the speed, then it's 125. So your eco setting is 3 hours 30 and full, or 1 hour 5, 1 hour 25, depending if you want the extra dry. From my opinion, I think you definitely do want the extra dry, as I recommend using that all the time. And you've got the start button here, you just press that. Now I'm not going to press that, but you have got a delay feature as well, which is really handy, because we set ours overnight for the lower rates. Because it's so cheap, it's not a problem. And if I press it, then you can see it adds hour 1 and hour 2. So if I did that, it would start in 4 hours on the eco setting. So if I press it, you could see the light then stops flashing. So that's ready to go. So you can just set it, you know, for midnight every day or whatever, 1 o'clock in the morning every time, and just load up as you go. So yeah, you've got the hours. The only annoying thing is if you go one too far, you can't just go back. You gotta go right through to 24, and then it goes back to 0, as you can see, and it made that sound. Let's see now if I look. Okay, so let me try that again. I just had to switch cameras because the space on my other one conked out. So if I open it up, we'll try and keep that. So you could see it, it's full. I believe this one has 12 place settings, which those things are a bit of a strange number for me, if I'm honest. I can't remember. I did look into it, but for me and my wife, this is plenty. To be fair, we fill it most days. But yeah, if I take out the top, which it says I shouldn't do actually, as you'll see why in a minute, it is a little bit overloaded perhaps. I did chuck everything in, but you know, it's cleaned stuff pretty well. You've got this nice rack on the side here, that's great for knives. It actually has that little feature where I can flip this up. If I put it in properly, this knife's too long, but it holds them upright. Also got these that come down on the side, great. It's been a great dishwasher. It cleans well, you know. Really nice and clean glass, not a speck on it. The other thing, the back parts, they're actually fold down, so you can actually move those up, so you can have the racks upright or flat on the back there. So it gives you the option. I usually put the big pots and pans. Also got the cutlery rack is movable, but there's no other real space where you're going to put it, and this flips up and down as well, so you can put it in there. Just one real design flaw, I would say personally, is when you pull in the bottom rack. Now you can see along the runners there's a gap. You see that if I put it there, they're right in that gap there. Now if you happen to have loaded up the back first with heavier stuff, that's fine. But if you load up the front first, when it hits that gap, every time, can you see it tip? And it just stops. So, I mean, I'm doing that now, but if it's weighted, it will stop. So that's the only real thing I've noticed with it. Otherwise, it's doing a great job. And then you've got your detergent tablet space here and rinse aid in here. And it's a standard size dishwasher. First one I've ever owned. It definitely does live up to the name. It's been great for us. Let me just show you then, in terms of, because it's an A++ energy rating, I'll just show you as an example our smart meter. If I go to, so we had it installed on, I believe, the 9th of May. So the week beginning the 14th of May, we used £12. And then 7th of May, again £12. The week before, £12.8. The week before, £11.93. So not really much difference in energy use if you're worried about that. I mean, if anything, looking at like 50p a week, maybe not even. So I doubt that's a deal breaker. This one, I should say, was like a mid-range, low price. So if you are thinking of getting one, I would recommend it. We went for that. You know, we didn't want to go for the cheapest, but it seems to have done the job. So if I come back to me for a moment. Hope that was useful. It's a nice dishwasher that does the job well, and it's nice and quiet. And yeah, if you're looking for a dishwasher, I'd recommend it. You can check out the link below. Give us a like or subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and talk to you soon. Cheers.